Hi everybody, it's the Soap Man and it's time to make some soap. Today I will be doing a similar, or actually the same design that I used last week. You all seem to really like that one and I was pretty pleased with it. I just did the textured layers with a nice gold mica line in between. So I'm going to do the same today, but I'm going to be using some different colors, and I didn't come up with this on my own. I saw Julie from Ophelia's Soapery do it, and if you're watching me, I know you've seen Julie from Ophelia's Soapery. So she had that same textured layers that I'm going to do. We're going to start with activated charcoal. Bottom will be black. Then the next will be orange, which is Nurture Soap's Orange Vibrance, and we're going to deepen that and strengthen it with some Brambleberry Tangerine Wow. Then the next layer is yellow, and I'm using Nurture Soap's Yellow Vibrance, but I don't want really a springtime yellow, so I'll have to see. I might put just a tiny splash of Goldfinger in it from Mad Micas, and then the top will be titanium dioxide. I am going to put a mica line. I'm going to try this if it shows. I'm going to use Mocha Brown from Nurture Soap as the mica line in between. And I'm using a fragrance from Nurture Soap called Orange Cognac. I used this one time before. I tested it. Really liked it. It behaves well, smells great, and holds its scent. So I got the big bottle. So I'll be trying that with this. And that's one of the reasons I'm using the brown mica line in the middle. Plus, I think it will look good with those colors. So, give me a minute to get things set up, and we'll get started building this. Okay, I have everything mixed up and separated into our 4 containers. We'll start with our black, and the others are behind us out of the way, so nothing happens. And I am dangerously low on black. I've got to get an order placed. But I have enough for this one. Just kind of give this a hand stir to get it in. And because I know the fragrance behaves and I want this to set up, I'm going to go ahead and just put the fragrance in and stir it. I usually like to test it first, but I know I have time to work since I'm doing layers that I want to set up. So here's our fragrance. Let's get about a quarter of it in. Give that a good stick blend and get it in the mold. Okay, that has to set just like last week's video. You've watched me mix up colors. You've watched me, let's try this again. You've watched me mix up colors. I don't want this to be a 45-minute video, so I'll bring us back when I'm ready to get the next layer poured. So I'll see you when we're ready for the next layer. Okay, we're ready for our orange layer, and this is an extremely well-behaving fragrance. It took forever for that to set up, even with all that stick blending, and it's still soft. But let's put a teaspoon of Orange Vibrance in. Give it a stir. And for me, see, that's just not really orange enough, and orange isn't always stable. So let me get the fragrance in. And then we're going to put some Tangerine Wow, which is a really, really potent powder. And then give this a good stick blend. And I mean, this takes such a small amount. So put that into the head of the stick blender and burp it and turn it on. I'm not sure if the camera picked that up, but that just made the world of difference in the color. Just that little tiny bit of Tangerine Wow powder. And I went ahead and put the mica layer on here, the brown mica. And I'm just still a little concerned about how soft that may be, so I am going to pour it on the spatula to break the fall and just kind of let it flood in. And with all that stick blending with the fragrance in it, look how fluid it still is. And I see some of the mica coming to the top, so I've disturbed it. That's another reason I wanted to pour it onto the spatula instead of directly onto it. Okay, I will bring us back when I'm ready for the yellow. And finally, our white. I'll be back in just a minute to do something with it. Okay, so I've been using the Nurture Soap Shimmer Gold for the mica drizzle, and I really like it, but I'm going to try the Goldfinger this time. And let's see how this does. I think I'm going to like the other better, but we don't know till we try. And like before, put some poppy seeds on the peaks. And I drugged in a little too low and got into the brown. And some rubbing alcohol to prevent soda ash. And that is what I have for today. So we will see tomorrow what it looks like when we get into the cut. So I'll see you tomorrow, everybody. Well, bye. Alright, it's time to cut our soap. I don't know if this one's going to have the same results as the last one, but the color layers do look pretty good. Top looks nice, so let's dive in and see what we get. Had a few camera issues, and I don't know if that was the camera or if it was me, but as I say on my information page, I'm an amateur. I have amateur equipment. This is my hobby, not my business. So I'm not likely to have professional equipment. Oh yeah. I wasn't sure if that mica line was going to show up or not. I knew it wasn't down here on the bottom against the black. I knew it wouldn't. It doesn't. But up here it does. So actually this is pretty nice after all. Yeah. So let's get some bars cut and see what we have. Once again, I'm going to cut on the side because I don't want those poppy seeds to drag. And this fragrance is a real winner. And it actually smells better today. It smells better once it's cured in the soap than it does out of the bottle. And as it continues to cure, it'll develop more of a sweet orange smell to it. So it's just a real winner. And man, is it a slow mover. I didn't get quite the spikes, like the peaks and valleys I did on the other one because it just took so long to set up and the batter was a lot softer than it was with the other fragrance. So this is the second log here. So I'll finish cutting these off camera, but I'm pretty pleased with these two. I think the last one from last week was better, but I still like this one. Love this fragrance. And this is what I have for you this week. So I thank you for watching. And like always, stay safe, take good care of yourselves, and be blessed. Bye, everybody.